we go. Checking. Yes, we have green line bouncing. There we go. So,
Let people know we're streaming on Facebook.
yep. Where do you want me to share it to?
You can just share it to the.
Come on, give me the bubble.
This is public post, I guess.
What? I don't have any additional options there. Maybe it's because it's not full screen. It's not giving me all the things.
Yeah. Oh, Facebook's really weird today.
Yes, yes, it has been. No, it's not giving me the option to share right now.
Well, that's odd.
There, can do that.
Yeah.
There we go. Have to bid it for messages. And what you're doing is, oh, I'm gonna have to change the angle. The top of it's out of the shot.
Oh, yeah.
Put the handles on the Sephora.
Yes.
I also noticed the other day that the camera was crooked. There we go.
Because
It didn't matter so much when it was leaning down.
Yeah.
There.
Check out all the seam lines on the inside.
Do you have a sunbeam there, Nix?
Yeah. I'm not going to be able to see in there.
So
So that would help feels.
yes.
So like the instructor who said it's to keep you from looking what you're doing, had everybody throw.
Blindfolded?
It's really not that hard
No.
because it's not about what you see. It's about how it feels.
Please forget how floppy the shirt is.
Yeah. Handles are, those ones
That- That's something else. I'll move those out of the way. I had to move that because I was putting up the new shelves.
Yeah.
I still need to make the head for that thing.
Yeah.
I will
We
put
could
it
throw a
down.
little itty bitty cup for it, I suppose, but
It's almost too small for you to do through a piece for.
I know, it just didn't work out that well last time.
No.
Give me the handles.
Yes.
I thought they were over here and they turned out not to be, so I had no idea where they were.
Ah. Oh. And then my triple things.
And I need these,
What?
that double handle.
Which I think is right there.
Oh, is it in, oh, it's underneath the others, okay. Is that it?
I think that's it.
Here we go, here's one.
Those are
I
flat
had
handles.
But I had a bigger one.
Let me see, because there might be more because, well, red. Ah, yes, there's
Yeah.
a larger double handle in here.
Yeah, 'cause those ones are much smaller.
Yeah, let me close these ones up. This was probably from like in 8 to 10 ounce mugs the other day.
Yeah. Because,
Nope, that's the black handle.
and then what I do is I cut it in half, because it's half on either side.
Now do it to get more even handles.
Yeah.
Oh, that was part of the problem. There were red handles in the white drawer.
What? Oh, yeah, totally think to look for them in there.
As well as an empty bag.
Yeah.
There we go. Pulling the handle all as one piece means it
But then now I
Greater
have to do
chance
is
of
I
it
have
being
to cut right there. And
taper it.
taper it down. Do that. Part of that off. Right there. Didn't. It's okay. I can fake it. No one will know the difference. audience, right? No one's watching, right? Anybody out there? And that line is from Shakespeare.
Don't worry, nobody's
No, it's
watching. They say,
To the audience member.
yes, in front of a rather large live audience.
And but they were also recording it.
Yes. Oh, I know what's under there. I was like, what is wrapped in this piece of plastic? Oh, yeah.
Shows you what kind of entertainment I've seen over the years. Quote,
Do Shakespeare Company?
which they originally did it as a, on a stage at a Ren fair.
Didn't you say originally it was a way for
It was a way for them to get into the fair for free when they were in high school or just out of high school, which is hilarious. Match this one over, put it on top of the other one, and
So you can try to get them identical.
yeah, that never happened.
And right now, because the table you're working at, you're completely behind this. You're hiding.
Oh, somebody said hi.
Hello.
Hello. Thank you for joining the
Yes.
stream.
And my apologies if I mangle the pronunciation.
Cut that part. This part.
This here was an offcut from one of the portions of that.
Now I will have.
It's a rather sizable plate.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you need another set of hands?
Often do, yeah.
There. Now you can fiddle with them.
Yeah, because they always match perfectly, don't they? Even though they're the exact same size. Let's see. What is your issue?
The ones, yeah, the ones on closer to you right now is
Yeah, I know.
longer.
But the longer isn't really the issue I was having with it. It was the shape of the crook at the top. Because
Yeah. Oh, do you need my hand again?
yes, needed armature.
Ah, I am an armature.
Okay, there we go. Now I just need to cut this to be the same length as the other one. This one is always longer than the other.
Even when you cut them to the same length?
Yeah. Yeah. Stand up. Yeah.
See, you can make sure that you get them directly across
Yeah.
from one another. You need a hand again, don't you? The bizarre skill tasks that there are in pottery, because yes, it's, don't push too hard. All you have to do is apply light pressure with the fingers. Just enough
What
to
are
hold them in
fingernails for?
place.
Marking the clay for the handles. It's the only thing my fingernails are good for.
Potters do not have pretty fingernails. Okay.
Yes, I never had strong fingernails anyways. So,
Next piece of
but the
yes.
funny thing was, after we moved, my fingernails got stronger.
Yeah. The water agrees with you?
I guess. Well, the soil does too. It doesn't hurt my skin.
Yeah.
Where we lived before, I couldn't even touch the dirt.
It must have not been alkali dirt. Oh,
Yeah.
you pronounced it correctly. No worries. Oh, good.
Yay!
Well, and given the fact that we have a Gaelic business name, sensitive to pronouncing people's names correctly.
No, really, that's not my name. It's the business name, and people that call me Rennig.
Yeah.
It's kind of like I never thought of it as a name
You
format,
don't
2 words.
You don't even use nicknames for Elizabeth.
No. This was what my. Oh, it's horrible having such a long first name. I'd never do that to my children.
Well, you kept it right for the first one. Sarah, nice and short, 5 letters.
Christopher, which is 2 letters longer than Elizabeth.
Yes.
Funny.
It's a full 11 letters.
Yeah,
So
I
long
need
that you need your goo. Is this the right
my
goo?
pocket
This is
goo.
the right goo.
A lot of people want a pot of gold.
I have a pot of goo.
I have several pots of goo.
You have many,
Different colors.
many pots of goo.
It's the stuff out of the bucket. It gets put into old yogurt containers.
Not many yogurt containers ever make it as far as the recycle until they are very good.
And then
They're
one of them,
generally
they're so
cracked.
covered in clay that would not be good for a recycling center.
Yeah, I mean it would wash off nicely.
You probably wonder what the clay residue was.
Dang potters.
What was all that grit in the bottom of the septic tank? Where we used to live, we were on well and septic. And well, after 10 years of
When the septic system needed pumping, there was a surprisingly high amount of sediment in it.
it took them a lot longer to clean than I thought it was
God.
going to.
What is this?
How's that?
What's in this bag?
No.
What is it? I think I found a bag full of heads. Oh, if there's not my name, it's Ainara. Oh, if there's the name of my D&D character. That
Yeah.
makes a perfectly good screen name.
My screen name
Sure enough, this is a bag full of heads.
I use a D&D name for when we're playing games online.
Steam.
Steam, thank you.
Word
Word
it is.
Yeah. It's
Use that for screen names on a number of things.
yeah.
It's like,
over the
I don't want to
years.
use my name. I use this.
Yeah. Well, that's a very old character at this point too.
I still think
Yeah,
of
like
that character.
15, 17 years.
Okay, I still think of that as one of the newer characters.
Yeah, it is.
Because,
and that
well, first
D&D
time
part
played D&D, I was
Yeah,
5 or
maybe.
6.
was 12. Yeah, so it's about 15-year-old D&D character on paper and everything.
Yeah. There's a good reason why we still only play 2nd edition. We did a lot of test packets for 5th.
Oh, got to second.
Yeah.
Still.
We did play 3rd for a number for a while,
Did?
but it just wasn't the same. It wasn't the version I grew up playing. Because doesn't every first grader have their own D&D character?
I didn't see anything wrong with it.
Oh yeah, teach the kid math real quick. Well, did you hit or not?
Yeah. Okay. Yes, I have to stand up and be waiting over.
I suppose it might also be the reason why the whole number lines when they covered those in school did not give me or Christopher any issues. Because it's like,
I grew up pre-D&D and I didn't see any problem with number lines.
I'm like, it's like figuring out what hits armor class 0. Because the armor class goes in the opposite direction. Yeah.
Just have to know which direction to go.
Yeah.
That's
I think that was one of the things that just threw us for a loop with 3rd is because they changed it. That's when they made the switch so that it went up instead of down.
Oh, yeah.
Some characters don't translate well.
No.
Others of them
Because they
became total monsters.
Oh, yeah. Compress the handle.
Make a great cleave. 5-foot step. Oh yes. Next, I can move your box back up to the proper place now. Is that better?
Bleed. No, here's my dog.
She was giving me a dirty look because I hadn't moved her carrier up to where it should be.
That's awful, Sarah.
So what I'll do is I'll
Now all
take
I
that
have to do
bag
is
full of frightened heads and I will add water because they're a little firm at the moment. Maybe a little firm to attach, let alone actually do any
Well, they were
sculpting.
finished.
No. Well, one of them, there's a cat in there that's half finished.
Wait, then I cut that in the wrong spot.
Then
I
it-
forgot about
My
it.
guess is they were. Oh, here's the extras that were made while we were making other ones. They weren't
Yeah.
important to finish
At the time.
at the time.
Really, I take this off. I took the hook right off the wall.
Wall,
It's a wall.
the pegboard.
It's about as much a board as it is a wall.
Because it's the selection of tools.
The board is what I got. Was it
Christmas.
Yeah.
Interesting things we
Because
get
my
for.
kids like me.
We got you shop equipment.
Just like for Mother's Day, it was traditional that I got tools.
You got a phone case.
Yeah, which is a tool in a way.
Yeah, for
It's a tool in keeping it from getting crushed.
Or the cat from biting through the screen protector again.
Again, yeah.
It's when our phone rings, the cat tries to answer it with her jaws. She'll try to pick it up and carry it. What are you looking for now?
There's. Get some food and into the crevice.
Is that what's in this bag? That bag? Yes, that bag is scrap clay. Somewhere
That
around.
time when you pick what you thought was scrap clay and it becomes an unfinished project.
Yeah. I like
Now
this.
as I do the looking
There's
score
like
so the handles
4
will
Brighton
intersect.
heads in that container, in that bag.
Oh, well, that's good.
Yeah.
The next will be attaching Godzilla to his neck.
It's the Brightons, which are animal-headed drinking horns. You do the sculptural part, and oh, now I know what to do. There's to be some unbinding of those shelf struts. There's still the
Well, we still have
Yellow
the
tape.
boards.
yeah. Otherwise, the cat would not be able to look through this shelf like that. Hynix. Yes. What is this strange
There's no
structure?
such thing as too much shelving.
No.
I'll
We
bet
said
another
another
one.
cat some more stuff.
That
Oh,
piece
that's
is going
good. That piece is going to be amazing. Yeah, that
Even
one
from
is.
across the room.
Well, yes, she is farsighted, but she also has bifocals.
So it's
Range finding.
I have to tell somebody who
So yes, and that piece was thrown in 3 parts.
1, 2, 3
That's how you made the really big pieces.
Greek amphora.
Because people's arms are only so long, but some of those amphora were like 6 feet long.
Yeah, I'll get
Where's your arm right now?
that. My fingers can touch the bottom. But it kind of catches.
Oh, you're getting the goop out of the bottom.
See how far my arm goes in?
Oh, I should get you your fresh water buckets.
Oh, yeah.
Because
For the first time ever, I had to buy some because these ones are all done, and they have been dishwasher detergent packaging. They changed the packaging, and they're really fragile and keep breaking now. They're always different size. And I have like 3 of them: one for the dark clay, one for the red clay, one for the light colored clay. And it was kind of like, I don't want to have to buy them, but I need new buckets. They don't make those buckets anymore. Change the size of them. They're not any good.
so
The cat stories. Yes. She's the
And Nix.
third. She's the third clay cat.
Yes.
The other two have since passed away. But the cats seem to really love it out in the studio. They
Yeah.
like to drink the water.
And we get mucho complaints if we come out here without the cat.
That's nice and warm today.
Yeah.
She wouldn't have liked it out here yesterday anyways. It's
No.
kind of cold.
She's not a fan of below 60 degrees. Oh, did you find your cork? Do I need to throw the cork?
Yes, the cat that plays fetch.
Yes. And her favorite thing to play fetch with? Corks.
Luckily, they're easy to come by.
Yes. Okay. Oh, yeah. These lids still will work as covers.
Yeah, they just need something to keep
Ugh.
them from getting mushed. I'm sure this is the same bucket you brought me over last time.
Is
It's
it?
slightly brownish.
Oh.
Yeah.
But it's the one that was on the table.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe just something got into it.
Yeah, it could be that it had something in it. Oh, do I need to throw it again? Do I need to throw it again?
Here's what red clay, brown clay, and you don't want to,
Create smears of the wrong color?
especially on the brick pieces.
Ugh. Because, yeah, there's a good chance of having that part of the surface uncovered.
Yeah.
I'll be right back with the cork there, Nix. Squish.
You know, this is over a whole bag, just about a whole bag of clay. For
Yeah.
one of these.
I'm going to need to bring in so much water.
Yeah, our studio doesn't have running water.
No. It'd be nice if it did.
It has electricity.
Yes. Which means that we can have a heater.
Heater, dehumidifier, fan,
Computer.
computer, signal booster.
Yeah, because, well, the signal has to go through a wall.
Yeah,
Or this is empty.
technically outside the house.
Have you ever gone out for a second and then returned the piece of clay with and had a paw print? Yes.
Oh yeah.
As I had, it's Nix. Oh, someone said hello to you, and you found my wire tool. This is not for you.
Yeah, you do a bunch of plates, you lay them out on the table, put plastic over them. They don't think about it being anything there. And then you have a bunch of plates or handles.
The more famous one is the cats have left paw prints in the sides of handles. How elegant! This is a piece of art. Is this one will have? Actually, I have. That is image 5 here. There. That's the pattern we'll get. Yes, there's clay in the water bucket. It's what's supposed to be in there next. But you don't do it.
Don't fall in.
No, there's. I threw some scraps of clay in there. They're protruding above the surface. She's trying to fish them out because there's something in her bucket. Because don't you know it's her bucket?
Every water container.
Yes.
She's not so much for going after people's glasses that they're using for tea
No.
cups. Previous ones did that.
Yeah, big time. And once I get those old goop buckets cleaned out, I'll be able to use those for the runoff water.
Mm-hmm. Good. And
This one is
he needs to sit a little while before I can.
before the smoothing up.
Yeah.
Okay, can you lift the edge of that back? Yes.
With my mighty fingertips.
Yes.
Because all I do is get my fingernails under there, but then I'm
Pry bar.
private.
Okay. So next you do have the handle on the big jug here,
Big jug.
which was just a little too firm, no, a little too soft the other day.
Yeah, and we did have the handles for it.
Yes. And now I need to bring back over that other bag of handles.
That's what those big handles are for.
Yes. Because
This is where I throw things on bats.
so you can trade them out. And yes, we store the bags, the handles, in zip top bags. That way we can keep them for weeks, if not months,
Months,
at the
yeah.
right consistency.
Yeah. Now it's a matter of finding the right handle. In the bag again, handles. Oh, maybe it was this
This
one
one?
here.
Oh, that one.
Either that one or that one.
Oh, he's nice chunky. I think he'd go well.
Yeah. Because it's always, well, what makes the right handle?
You just match it up.
Until it looks right.
Do you need a no? Let's
Yeah.
suppose the tabletop isn't clean enough. Are you waiting for me to throw the cord?
And it's a matter of making sure that lines up with the spout, right? That would be awkward. It's always with the jugs trying to get the handles just right.
Yeah. Because you can't lift it by the handle until it's done and out of the final firing. An empty bag. I can put that back in the drawers. Because that's what the drawers in this nest are for, is plastic bags.
Don't know what it was originally made for. It was salvage. Salvaged it out of the house that we were moving out of. Well, we sold the house. It wasn't nailed down.
Yes.
That was the distinction. If it's nailed down, it's part of the house. If it isn't, it's
It's not.
furniture. Yeah.
In which case, the bookshelves that we made and installed in the last place were part of the house.
What part of the house? Yes. Because they were nailed.
They were screwed to the walls, so they could be taken down and moved. But I mean, it was California. You attach things to the wall.
Also, that was our first.
The handles look a bit like pretzels. Yeah, a bag of handles does look decidedly
especially
like
this
pretzels.
color clay too. Never thought of that.
Wow, how big is that pitcher? What size will it be after it's done?
Holds a gallon.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I put my tool down over here now.
Yeah.
That's why I have the things up on the wall now, because otherwise they'd just end up in one big pile next to me. But then I was never being able to find something.
And then I dug out for a moment and got fill these two jugs with water. Yes, these are both also reclaimed containers.
Yeah.
Reuse them.
Yeah. It's nicer when you don't have to fill the garbage can or recycle with things that could be used. Where we used to live, we had the garbage cans were really small, and the recyclables only collected twice a month. So be careful, don't fill them up too fast. And now we have like really large garbage cans and recycle is every week, and it's like, well, the plants that we're ripping out can go in the recycling, the garbage. Because, well, there's only so much of it. Actually, right now, we just have a big pile of vegetation that's been trimmed and stuff as it was spring. Because without traveling, we have time to put in a garden and put in, things that are gonna produce fruit in 2 to 3 years. But by then, they also won't take that much care. Like berry bushes and grapevines and such things. Oh yeah, we planted a pear tree and a peach tree. So yeah. So I got those silly azalea bushes.
That things that make.
But yeah, we have like a lot of.
Oh, these are so nice. Want them. We can make more. Oh yeah. Because both that amphora and this picture were both things that people ordered off our website.
Also, you just contact us through private message, direct message, whatever.
Whatever the appropriate
Yeah.
thing is.
And you can do custom orders too. That's from what?
And the reason we started doing the Greek pieces was due to customer request.
Which one is which?
There is no specification at the moment. They are all just oops. Gosh. Well, before I emptied them, I think you had red, white, and brown.
Probably doesn't really matter.
But yeah, it's completely up to you what color order it's gonna go in now.
I know, it's kind of like,
They are new and
Mm.
fresh.
Yes. Does it happen often?
No, maybe like once every couple of years, we'll have a brand new container.
Yeah, because they last. It's until one cracks. These ones are really sturdy now.
These may last for like 5 to 10 years.
Yeah, got them from the restaurant supply store.
Yeah.
It's weird they were the cheapest.
Yeah. And I made sure I set aside that receipt so it can get into the books for the year.
Yeah.
Some of the weird things is containers for the wheelhead. 1 year, one of the items on taxes was plastic skull. Because it's as a model for when we're doing skull cups. And it's much easier to work from a 3D form than constantly changing.
It's like this.
Making it hand grip shaped, eh?
Yeah, that's my secret.
You grip it.
My hands are far smaller than most people's.
Yeah. That's on the shelf. Oh, okay. We have 2 mugs and the neck to the neck for Godzilla right under it.
Okay.
So what are you
There's
going?
a crease on one side. There. Now it looks better.
Okay, come on. Let go of your bat, please.
And
When we moved, we changed supplier because, well, you use the local one, especially for heavy things. They have a completely different variety of bats.
these ones do.
These ones, they don't bend.
Just send us the cheap ones.
Skull supermodel. Yeah.
Yeah. They're trying to be nice to us by sending us the better bats.
They don't bend. And considering I flex the bats to pop things off.
It's too much even for this brim here.
Oi. So do you want Godzilla next?
Yeah, let's do Godzilla next.
Okay.
Gotcha.
And you won't be able to put a handle on Godzilla until tomorrow, probably, yes? You want a clean bat to put on it since... Actually, no, first you gotta cut the base off of its bat.
Yep.
Example of multi-part Greek construction.
Yeah. It's today's work. You're throwing body parts.
Base body parts. Go.
Necks, heads. That's what I'm saying. Come on, you go up there. Turn
This
the
is a
wheel.
piece that'll get a handle. What I did is I took it off its bat and put maker's mark and the year on the bottom.
Go. Okay. Because all I need is the.
Okay, because you need the cup part. You don't need the bottom.
Now with what I'm going to do for this part. Here comes the bowl. This is so stuff doesn't go into this.
Yes, I
Okay.
see you batting at your cork. I will throw it. Demanding beastie. We were going to put a... Oh, goodness, this one is still soft.
Wow.
Dude. I'll see if he'll come off his bat, but I don't think so. Oh, maybe. We're going to put a fairy on the bottom of this one, right?
Yeah. He's a fairy in here. she does the fairies.
Yeah.
I do the handles. There we go.
Specialized tasks. Nope.
Pottery
Nope.
is
Still
kind of
too
a-
soft.
It was a communal art form. It didn't. One person didn't work alone.
No.
That's
That's
a
not.
modern concept.
Yeah, the whole lone artist trope.
Okay. I can make this box smaller.
The thing is making it's these little cups and micro plates being made from the bottoms of vessels. When we were still going to doing in-person events, we'd end up with a basket of these.
We have a whole box of these at this point.
There's so many of them. It'd be like, $3 to $5 because they're just offcuts. It's keeping it from going in the scrap pile.
Oh, yeah. There was one time with this one string. So what should we do with these? Should we just scrap them or make them into little dishes? Mini dishes. It was by popular.
Consensus?
Yeah.
Okay, so now you're going to need a clean bat. You could use one of your big plate ones for a clean surface. Extract this guy. Now you can show him off to the camera. Yes. Here, rotate him. Rotate him. As his spines aren't finished yet. Those will be finished after the
Now this
parts are
goes
assembled.
on to here.
No, it's not a bad fit.
No, it's not.
Especially considering he is
Actually,
very much off round.
Yeah. And you can just trim off this part because
Yeah.
there's extra.
There's extra thickness.
Because he's no round.
No. Had to build in that variable. Oh, his hand the handle will come out at a really good spot to be the tail.
Yeah, you wouldn't want it on the front.
No, it would not be a tail on the front.
It'd be very Greek though.
It's
Rar.
rar. Yes.
Okay.
Of course,
Now,
during
let go.
the design process, it was picking which version of Godzilla to model it after.
Yeah, no two of them are the same.
No. Eventually, picked a couple of images of the old rubber suit monsters and one modern plastic toy that looked to be of a similar style of Godzilla.
Yeah.
Oh goodness! And some of the faces they had more sort of they didn't look so much lizard as like a scaly
There was
gorilla.
one of them looked like one of the more modern Ninja Turtles.
Yeah, it had a
face-wise.
nose. Ninja turtles should not have noses. They're turtles. They should not have human noses. That was just. Ugh. I grew up watching Ninja Turtles. I'm just there are some things.
It just offends your sensibilities.
It wasn't just that they've done live action turtles before.
Yeah.
I mean, Jim Henson did a good job at doing live action turtles.
Yes, and the rat.
Yes,
It's the same
Splinter
voice. Splinter was the same voice.
as Elmo.
Well,
Think about that next.
there's one fair once I was telling that to a young man.
There we go.
And he was, no.
Hey, next time you watch the movie, look at the credits. And Nyx is now up in her spot.
It's not like I saw it a few times when
Cat
kids were
cam.
growing up.
Oh no, no more than reason. No more than it was one of the favorite summer watch movies. Are you going to sit and chew on your box, Nyx? That's what you do is grab the cat and rotate it down so cat cam is aligned properly. Yes. It's
It's
because she's gonna have her chew toy. She loves to chew on the cardboard box. Oh, I know. This way. Ah, there we go. The white balance is better. So she's not just a dark silhouette ripping at something. Is it cat paw? Cardboard cat art, yes.
Okay, yeah, it's firm enough there. Could put
Last time I was floating the kiln, there was a couple of pieces of pottery that had little attached pieces of cardboard, courtesy of Nick's tearing them loose. So, yeah. Do you want me to pull up a picture so you can see Godzilla's tail?
Yeah, that would be good.
What I'll do is I'll throw it up on the screen. For this, I'll probably use the toy. Okay, that's the name of the file. Browse. Strange assortment of image files. So I will take that one off and put this one on. Ooh, which is really huge and off the edge of the screen, of course.
It's an interactive art piece. Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, I'll turn this one invisible for a moment so I can get it to size. There we go. One Godzilla. And I will drag this up so it's... See? Godzilla. So here, what I can do is rotate the screen.
Yeah.
Sufficiently large, or do you want a larger version of it?
It should be fine.
Okay. So now you have several stipulations when it comes to choosing a handle.
Yeah.
Down enough.
Rounder ones.
Do you need me to pull one special?
Might be better
Because these are all very flat.
They're all very flat, so it won't be able to handle it. And then again, maybe
He's
because-
really short.
Yeah,
and he's
you
going
should
to
be
angle
fine.
down.
Yeah, the heavy part will be down here,
Yeah.
which is where you want it. 75% of the handle, 75% of the weight is on the top half of the handle.
Yep.
So this part, the other end can be smaller. But you want to make it sturdy so you can
I was thinking
walk
they'd
around with
probably
it because, well,
have it be relatively same thickness all the way down. Because,
I was
He's-
thinking because at the very end it is kind of
well, I was thinking that with where it was coming out of it, that would be the spot where it would come away from his butt.
yeah. No, because it's gonna come up like this. I want the fat end right down here. Because it's sitting upside down.
You see, what I was thinking is if it was the same thickness and went like that, then we could draw the rest of the tail coming around. Multiple possibilities.
Yeah.
Just hopped on, now that I know why you're talking about ninjas and turtle stuff. I know you did historical pottery. I didn't know Godzilla was historical.
No, it's hysterical.
Yes.
This is a custom order
The
piece.
style of pottery is historical. The subject matter, not so
The
much.
previous two were historical.
Yes. But we do a lot of inspired work,
Yeah.
blended stuff, like the full on black red figure Greek wear that featured Spartans out of Halo.
Yes. That was one time you were doing some
I was
research.
doing research and
You
I
were
kept
searching for search term Spartan.
Yeah, I was
So it
searching for
came up
Spartan
with
art. That's not the Spartan art I was looking for.
Yeah, no, you're looking for the Spartan art that has furless clothing.
Yeah, for a project. For our projects, there are times. There are some projects where it's like I really don't want to turn. It's
I think
minions,
so.
etc. Yes, we have
Yeah.
done minions. Okay,
Many
that
minions.
so now that feels nice in the hand.
Here, well,
Here.
it will shrink.
Yes. No, oh, is it too thin? Do you want me to pull another one?
Yeah.
Next
It
piece.
should be
Hunkier.
hunkier. Because this is going to be a big cup. It'll be heavy. I mean, this is perfectly good for something else.
Yeah. Just bag it.
Yeah.
Is the tail the handle? Yes.
Yes.
Well, one of my friends has your minion cups. Yeah.
Cool. That started off as a custom order.
Yeah. It's like making Greekware started off as a custom order.
Yeah.
Doing the Italian pottery started out as a custom order.
Yeah, but oh gee, these are a lot of fun. Started doing more of them. And the Isnik,
Yeah. Just
or the Middle Eastern stuff.
okay. More like that?
Yeah. There we go.
Oh, my arms are still tired from yesterday. Well, yesterday we were planting stuff in the yard. Worked on that for a couple hours. Then realized it's like, oh, we're starting to hurt. This is going to hurt even worse the next day.
You don't stop soon.
I'm going to cripple myself the next day. Yeah.
I'm sorry, that's not allowed.
I've got to be able to do work.
Actually, yeah. You'll probably, I'm going to have to remove the spine.
You don't want to remove that because the spine's actually somewhat hollow.
Okay, well, I'll
You have
just,
to attach to the spine.
I'm just going to have to
Ooh, thud.
get that part so it's,
Melded.
yeah, like that.
Yeah. And we can always, they'll be sculpting in that region.
Oh, yeah. That's
Well,
why
they-
I have to amend it. That very nice bit there. And
That's the reason why I
like
hadn't
that, because I
sculpted.
know where it is.
Yeah, he kind of has a pre-built marking.
Yeah.
Oh, now we have Sphinx Cat. So you're starting to get dignity, aren't you, Nix?
Yeah, she'd stop trying to skin people like they're not Olympus or something.
She waits until the human's not looking. That was a bag of clay falling over. She'll wait until the humans aren't watching and then leap up and grab just above the elbow. Do you need any thicker clay or is the goop in there a good?
Yeah, the stuff on the side.
Okay,
It is malleable.
gotcha. And maybe in a day or so what I'll do is I'll scrape the goop out of the old buckets.
Yeah.
Let it take it up a little bit first.
Yeah.
So that one mug is still not, it's still tacky to the touch at the bottom. It's like, well, the other two things under the same cover were perfectly, dry enough to work.
I know. So that's just the way it goes sometimes. I need to put goo. So I suppose it is kind of the glue. So goo is
Yes.
probably appropriate. It's kind of the thickness of
Peanut butter at the moment?
peanut butter, yogurt, anything like that. Yeah.
I was going to say, is it kind of peanut butter-esque or at the current moment?
I wouldn't want peanut butter if it was this runny.
Warm peanut butter, right?
No, it still is. I guess maybe I'm a little too picky when it comes to peanut butter then.
I was trying to see if we had any pictures of Rhytons on the desktop here. See now, there's the comparison folder. I can open up that one.
There.
Browse. As you guys pull up.
And now,
And obviously, a Rhyton is much like a ceramic drinking horn. It's not something you set down when you're drinking out of it.
Okay. Oh, no, you don't flop to one side or the other. We're still that side. Got it.
This file is big. Come on.
Handles are usually
Scale
that
down.
soft when
Scale
I attach them. But there are times.
Does it fine? Hide that one for a moment. Oh, goodness.
There
No,
we go.
go that one away. Go that one away.
That's gonna have nice attachment.
There's an example of some actual, more historically accurate Rhytons.
Okay, now it just needs a board to, or I could just hand you
A
a
board and
No, Sarah,
Okay.
never mind.
Oh yeah, hand me the bat.
There, now he has to sit and firm up.
Yes. And he will go over here on this table on the other side of the room. Yes. And probably tint him up.
Yeah, not too much. Let him sit out for a little bit.
Okay.
We'll tint him up before we go inside.
Gotcha. So now I have
Now he looks like he has a big long skirt.
what'll go on that bottom horn part of it will be like outlines of skyscrapers.
Yeah, I know what I'm saying. Right
Yes.
now, it looks
Right
like he has a
now-
hoop skirt on.
Right now he's wearing a dress. Yes.
Okay, and just Celeste. I'll just put that on there
Yes.
so there's. And you.
Oh yeah, that reminds me. I need to refresh the wash basin over here. It has a thin film of usable water on top of clay that used to be on hands.
Yeah, well, it happens.
So what else have you got under grapes? Oh yes, you have a lot more candles to do. Oh goodness, I forgot about that.
I hadn't.
Oh, we also have the lids to those little jars that need adjusting.
Yeah.
Do-do-do.
Things are getting to us here and there.
The tools don't always go back up onto their hooks. And then it's the mass return. High fashion Godzilla. Yes.
I'm still not finding the one I'm looking for.
Which one are you looking for? Oh, you never mind, you found it.
Oh, yes.
Or you were looking for the thinner bladed one?
Yeah. It's good, like. And then
There's a spiky one that spikes like up in your cup. There. Yeah, because I'm like, that one's extra stabby. That one shouldn't be that way up. Because you have actually cut yourself on clay tools before, haven't you?
Oh, yes. Doing demos.
So in-person demo. You were working with the black clay, which looks a bit fudge colored when it's being worked before it's fired. And it was a brand new serrated edged tool, and you stuck it right into your thumb.
Yes. And well, it'd be hot and bleed more because the
And also being anemic, it's a lovely, lovely bright red against the brown.
yeah. And
A couple
middle
of
school kid, he was just oh my god, I go,
He
it'll be
was
fine. So I put
horrified.
I held it shut by
you just pinched it shut with your hip with the other
and
fingers.
finished the demo.
Because they were asking, well, do you need a band-aid?
Because I'm not going to get a band-aid as I can stick my hands covered in clay. Anyways, the clay pulls all the irritants out of it and cleanses the wound. Removes any toxins in your
You
skin.
basically had a clay mask for the wound site until the end of the demo.
Yeah.
It takes a lot of washing to get sufficient clay off the hand.
And by
To
then
put a
it
Band-Aid.
stopped bleeding.
It wasn't that big of a cut.
No.
It just bled really well for a brief time.
oh, if you're anemic, you bleed well.
Yes, and it was, what, about 100 degrees that
It was
day?
80, 90, 85,
Yeah.
90. It was hot
Mm-hmm.
because it was humid. It almost
And
feels warmer.
you were really enjoying having your hands in the cool water.
Yeah, I could sit there at the wheel. Which you see there was a fan underneath there.
Yep.
So it's
Because, yes, while we were demoing at a Renaissance festival, she was using the wheel you see now.
But it had a little wooden shroud around it and it was sitting up on a couple of pallets. So it was.
It gave the illusion of being a treadle or even kick wheel.
Yeah, it was the world's shortest kick wheel.
But you don't do kick wheel.
No, it's not a bad knee. I have a kick wheel still. And
Yes.
also, that thing weighs like a ton. This is only 70 pounds.
Yeah, that
You
is
can try.
It's extremely lightweight for a wheel.
Yes.
Okay, is that guy done?
And you'd have people ask, oh, yeah. And it's kind of like,
Talking about
they think it was a treadle wheel, or someone goes, I can tell it's electric. I can hear the motor. And I go, well, yeah.
congratulations.
And also did lessons.
Mhm.
And so people would come around and sit, and it's all like,
There's a foot pedal.
there's a foot pedal right there. And I would
That's how
reach
you-
down in and help adjust the foot pedal.
Yeah,
And if they couldn't get the clay center, put my hands over their hands and squeeze. And center the clay with their hands. My hands over theirs. And there was the one young bodybuilder guy who couldn't seem to get it. No, he could do it. He could do it.
because he was in the prime of life and very well muscled. Muscles that you get from
Yeah.
Just cleaning up some of the clay here.
And from going to the gym.
They're
Big muscles.
They're a completely different sort of muscle. Okay, so
And he couldn't get it at his. Oh, he was
could
those
not
muscles.
get it centered.
And then, would you like some? It's. So what I do is I put my hands over his hands and I squeeze. I'd be from the other side, so my hands are,
Opposite.
and then they're kind of like, his eyes went all big and round.
Okay, so there's thing
I
one.
know, it offends your sensibilities that this one is the two of them are different.
They don't sit that deeply into their thing. They're not stable.
And two, also helps if I turn it back on. No, they're too warm. They are too dry.
Okay,
They're just gonna be the way they are. I thought that might be the case.
gotcha. In which case, I will just get that plastic out of the way. Undercut. Because that is not a miniature base, that is a lid.
In fact, all I did was make it rough.
I'm sorry. In which case, I won't even hand you the other two. I will just get them all popped off their bats. Go. Set you there for a moment. Let's see. Oh, he does fit better now.
Oh, good.
Don't
I'm glad
glue
it makes you feel
together.
better. Okay, so.
But other than that, what we
It's-
have at this
it's
point is
50
just
million
50 million handles, which it's not entertaining for us and probably wouldn't be entertaining for anyone else.
Most people want to watch.
Do people want to watch the attachment of lots of handles?
Go. Yes, I can adjust things to be over there.
Let's see, I think what I'll do is see cat cam is also it says cat/table. So what I can do is I can just make that one full screen. Boop. Let's see. Yes, Nix, I'm stealing your camera. As somebody's, I'd watch, but that's me.
Okay. I'm gonna move it over here.
And I will take, come on, select the correct picture.
Let's do that. Doesn't need to be.
There.
Now we'll finish. Now that I can see what I'm doing. Come on. Stay twisted. I'm sorry for all the motion going on here.
And
There.
Handles, which are
I think they're in
those
the.
are-
I think they're actually in the appropriate drawer.
we put them away.
I put them away. Yes. Come here, cups.
That's the
And you're gonna need 10 goop. Ouch.
and handles.
Yes.
This is Tower of Handles right here.
Yes. Just scoop that way a little bit, and we can see the tower of handles. Because yes, that is. Okay. I just realized you're all on Twitch a couple days ago. Glad you're here. And we have. Some of us are fascinated by the attachment of handles. Yes.
Okay. I can do that.
We
Get you
have
a little
a-
board.
Yes, I'll get you a little board so that way we don't have to deal with table crumbles. There we go. Board. We use a website called Restream. Do you have a picture of the Halo Spartan Blackwork? Yes, we do. We have it set up so that we can do Twitch, YouTube, and stream to Facebook all at the same time through a site called Restream.io.
Which is pretty cool.
It's nice. It means we don't have to pick a platform.
Yeah.
And using their
That way you have to remember the idiosyncrasies of
oh yes, and the fact that they all have similar terminology, but they don't always mean the same.
subscription on YouTube is not the same thing as a subscription on Twitch.
No. Okay.
And
Pottery Masters. There's the one.
really close to being able to get associate level on
Yes.
Twitch.
That'll
Just
be
need
nice.
more people commenting on
We-
Twitch.
The thing is we I'm not sure it's. I think it's you have to have a certain number of people commenting all at once rather than just a certain number of comments. But they've changed that a couple of times, so I'll have to look back
I
into
know.
it. Okay, now I'm looking at the master's folder. Greek. There we go. Complex. This is view. Large. There we go.
Helps when you have somebody who's really good at tech.
Yes.
Finding said things for you.
Yes.
The
My,
third member of Running Team.
yes.
My son.
My brother is our tech person.
Yes. He's
I
really
landed
good
at your
it.
channel through Morgan Donner, but I also follow ceramicists like John LaPotter and Matthew Kelly. Oh, is that the name of the I'm trying to remember the name of the one that appears on Secrets of the Castle and
Oh,
number
yeah.
of episodes of
That
Time
one
Team.
is really cool.
It's like when you get to recognize the other
Yeah,
Potters. Are you going to render that one for me, please?
because everybody's going to do things just a little differently too.
Yeah. I think that's the file I want.
You can tell what kind of shows that we watch.
Yeah. There we go. So I'm going to copy those two to the desktop so it's not trying to go across our network at the same time that
One
it's.
project that we're hoping to get going though is doing some Roman style bricks.
Yes.
We have some old wood boards that are holding up a little retaining
No,
wall
the,
that
the
are
hardscape of a.
yeah, and it's kind of like, well, they'll need to be replaced sooner or later. We started thinking about it, and it's kind of yeah. We know someone who does wood firing. We don't. We have an
No.
electric kiln.
Yes.
Those are a lot of work. Thank you very much. No, but that's a whole different.
That's a whole different art form, knowing how to fire a wood kiln.
Oh yeah.
John LaPotter and Matthew Kelly are on YouTube and not particularly doing historical pottery. Ah, gotcha. Browse button.
No, I want to be on the desktop. Yes, talking to the computer. Which is the reason why we have it set up so the computer does not talk back to us.
I never had luck with voice recognition anyways.
No.
I guess I have non-standard speech.
I think these are roughly the same size. Yes, so here is. Oh yeah, got them really close to the same size. Nope, this image. There they are. The Spartans.
Yes. Which are funny.
Yes. And completely.
It's really funny to
Oh,
watch people's reaction. They're looking at this stuff.
all this really serious art, and I'm like, yeah, look closer.
And then they realized what it is, and they all started really geeking out over it.
Oh yeah. And
they
then
say
Kelly
which
has
is
a
weird.
wood fire kiln. So. Yeah, we have a friend locally who does wood firing. That's what his specialty is.
Wood and gas.
And gas. There's effects that you can get in wood and gas that you cannot get in electric.
Yeah.
You can mimic, but it's just not a natural thing for them to be.
Want me to?
Smoother that one off. I love the Spartans. They haven't done one of those recently.
Yeah.
What's funny is it's generally this time of year that they sell. It's funny how some patterns are seasonal.
Yeah.
And it's not like we do, Christmassy patterns. It's like platters and Greek pottery sells during the summer months.
And Middle Eastern pottery sells at Highland Games.
Yes. That one I've just never been able to wrap my head around. Well, it was popular during the Victorian era.
Yeah, but I don't think people really.
No, it's they associate this. So cool, and they're not naked.
Yes.
Yeah, that's the thing about Greek art is
They
that,
put everything up.
oh boy, yeah. It's like, no, those two fellows are not playing leapfrog. It's like when that one time we actually got down to the Getty Villa in Southern California, and we got there as soon as the museum opened, and spent all day just going through and looking at all the stuff, all the pottery. At one point, we looked up and realized we had a couple of security guards following us because we were taking close-up pictures
And trying to get
and trying to,
see the
leaning and
back
looking,
of things.
because no place takes good pictures of like
The
the
handles
handle
of-
juncture.
Of this, of the kylix.
Yeah. And so we were taking detailed pictures at these weird angles and attracting the attention of the security guards.
And then the comment of,
And then we went, look, the border on this one's crooked, and the line quality's crap. Ours aren't that far off after all. And then you see them whispering through their radios, and they left us alone the rest of the day. It's like, just they're art geeks. Leave them alone. They're harmless.
what we hit first was
The bookstore, of course. The gift shop.
well,
Oh,
that's how museums stay
Yeah.
open is by the sale of things.
One of the biggest things you can do to support your local museums is to buy from the gift shop. It's what, 50 or 75% of what keeps the museum.
75.
75%
It was kind of like
is, we've taken courses in museum studies. 75% of what keeps a museum open are sales from the gift shop.
and that was kind of like, oh. Before that, I didn't know, but now it's
No
kind of
clue.
like if we go to a museum,
We
Always
make
say-
a point.
buying something, even if it's something little. At that point, it was 5 art books.
Oh, we got 5 really nice art books for what was it, like $200?
No, 150.
150, you're right. Yes, most of them were on clearance.
These really need to be.
They're too small for the Giffen, too.
Oh, that's why it's kind of.
Do you want me to do a rounding pass on them?
Yeah, I've rounded it, quick and smooth.
Yeah,
Because
because I have smoothie fingers. These,
yeah, I have
these
look
are
at right
lids. Like, no,
No,
don't
no,
smooth
no.
the bottom of these.
here. My fingers leave grooves sometimes.
Groups and crumbles. But my fingers do not.
It's the crumbles.
I don't.
I'm really dry skin too. I had dry skin even before I started doing pottery. It's not from the pottery.
Since I don't do the throwing, my fingers have a completely different texture than
Yeah.
yours.
Somebody was trying to be polite, older gentleman.
Yes.
Said I'd work hard hands. They weren't dry. They weren't ugly. They
They
were
weren't calloused. They weren't calloused. They were work hardened.
yes. That is, I like that. Well, this one's gonna have a bit of black. It'll have a black dot in the middle of the top.
Is it? Oh, it's got a little bit of the black clay there.
Not a little bit.
Oh. Well, it is gonna get.
it's
It's
getting
gonna get
covered.
whitewashed too.
Yeah.
Yes, it will leave a little bit of showing. Is to get affiliate on Twitch. Yeah, we want to get to that point. We're working on it. Courtesy of having doing the interview with Morgan Daughter there, we went from 280 something subscribers.
818 last time I looked.
818 was what it was when we came out here.
Yeah, so that's kind of like.
But we're
really-
still yonks from getting
good
monetized
is
on YouTube.
Oh, but it was got an email from YouTube yesterday.
Congratulations on getting over 500. It's
I
like,
didn't know they did things like that. Well, I know they do for the big.
you hear about the
10,000, the 10,000.
the gold buttons and the diamond buttons,
Yeah,
which I don't even remember what those are for, but I think that they're like
lots.
yeah, I think the diamond ones for like $1 million or something like that.
Yeah,
It's for more than we can ever hope for. Our most likely thing is to get affiliate on Twitch.
yeah.
Remember, there used to be 2 levels last time I looked. But last time I looked, I think we were like 20. So there was no point in looking too
Well,
deeply into
last
it.
time I looked, we have 50,
So that's one check mark.
and we stream enough
We
hours.
stream enough hours, so that's another check mark. But the other one is the number of communications via Twitch.
Community involvement. is what I
Yes.
think they call it. Could you give me the yellow, the little yellow one?
The small yellow rope. Gotcha. Do you want me to clean it off?
That might be a good idea.
It is standard clay color.
Your basic clay color.
Is muck.
Yeah, it's kind of this orangey.
Orangey brown.
Yeah. Oh, what she's doing now.
Because we use a tan stoneware, which is what she's putting handles on right now.
The red.
We use the red, which is a variety of reds specifically to mimic the color of Greek pottery, in which case it's a lighter red. It's not the deep
Most
terracotta.
clays. Yeah.
Here you go. It's so clean. It looks so weird. Won't
Don't
stay
worry,
that way
well,
for
that's-
very long.
Don't worry about that.
Oh, that one came out pretty smooth. A little bit of smoothiness. There we go. These 2 lids are done. Put them up. Actually, I need to put some of these things on the lower shelf.
And you have a space over there.
Yeah.
It'll be good when we get the
We need to-
boards in there.
yeah. We got the frames set up for the shelves across the room.
Finally. Yeah. Finally decided.
These frames
what we-
here, which there'll be shelves on this level and this level. Those are just leftover crossbars that are acting as support.
Why we were short. One.
Oh no, there's enough to make a full shelf, but there's
okay,
no
we
point
did.
in having one that close to the ceiling.
No. We'll put them up there.
Does that mean
so
yes?
you could always hang something.
The ceiling in this room is not terribly high. It's a converted patio.
Yeah. Previous owners turned a covered deck into.
They took it and added windows.
Yeah. What it was
Presto.
called when we looked at the house was the solarium. It's a converted deck,
It's a converted.
which is fine. It suits our purpose perfectly.
Because
It's a good amount of space.
And
that in the garage.
and not being airtight is actually beneficial.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to breathe clay dust.
No, you also don't want that in your house.
No, our previous setup, there was no other spot for it. It was in the house. My computer shared an office with the wheel and a drying rack.
One of the work tables was the dining room.
Yeah.
Well, in other words, because it didn't have a dining kitchen, it was one of those open concept jobbies.
She lives in Michael D. Michael's watching. Hi, Michael.
Hey, how you doing?
And her name's I live in Pomona. Blah blah blah. I can talk.
Southern
really, I can't-
California.
Yeah, that city in Southern California, home of the American Museum for Ceramic Arts. Have you heard of it before?
I've heard of it.
Yeah.
Haven't been there. Well, we're up in Washington, so.
Yes.
And before that, we were in extreme northern California, so.
You know the part of California on the coast that most people think is part of Oregon.
There isn't that much north of San Francisco, is there? Only another 6 hours.
You reach San Francisco, you're only halfway up the state.
Yeah.
There's still, yeah. And that's assuming you don't hit traffic or road work. Only
Road
6
work.
hours.
And that's, taking 101. I haven't seen that 101 in Washington. Looks like that.
No,
All
because
we've
we're
seen
no
is-
longer on the coast.
We're right on 5. It's 4 minutes rather than 4 hours.
Yeah. It's the reason why we have kind of a stilted idea of what a short drive versus a long drive
Oh,
is.
that's not very far. It's only about 30 miles.
Yeah, 30 miles is nothing. We used to live in a place where the nearest metro was 5 hours away.
Yeah. Santa Rosa.
Versus now we're half hour, 45 minutes, maybe an hour if you hit really bad traffic from Portland.
The
Yeah,
streets in Portland are crazy.
The streets of Portland remind me a lot of San Francisco.
No, the one that reminds me of San Francisco is Seattle.
Very true. Hills and freaky turns and 7-way intersections.
Yeah.
Guess that's what you get when you have
I
an
don't
old
like city driving as you may have guessed from that.
No. Oh. Next cup. These were thrown a number of days ago. Popping up off the rats.
Well, after the events, after everything is open again, we'll be traveling to events.
Further south, we
There
generally
is
go
Buena Vista Aquatic Recreation Area.
Taft.
Taft is a four-letter word. Next spring, you're always shaking Taft out of all your camping
Oh,
gear.
goodness, yes.
And the farthest north is
We've been able to see Canada.
Port
Port Angeles?
Or
Yeah.
Port Orchard. Is that it? It's one of those ones north of Seattle.
It's on the peninsula, right?
Yeah, it's where they have Jim Fair.
Yes.
We've been to it once.
But that was when we still lived in California. We were going to go again last year.
Yeah, when we lived close enough to. That one was fun.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. It was the first time we'd experienced, how long the days
The midnight
are.
sun. Not quite
Just
that bad,
about
but yeah. Oh my goodness.
being outdoors. You get up when it's light. You go to bed when it gets dark. At the northern end of Washington, this is a lot of light.
Yeah, it was 10, 11 at night.
Does it
There was
ever
a
get dark?
There was a few of us merchants that were from California, so we're kind of like. But then our Washington buddies,
Or
laughed
just
at us.
laughing at us.
then the birds start chirping around.
3. I actually looked at a clock. Because it was
That's
like,
okay right now. The birds start chirping around 4:30.
Yep.
Now
It's
that
not-
I have a cat that is my alarm clock. Now they're birds.
yeah. Yeah, because the one in the middle here is, come here, come here.
Too long.
The one in the middle was not letting go the other day, so I had to. But I was,
There's always that one.
yes. And then we ran out of oomph and went inside before I finished because it was not a big deal. You weren't going to be putting handles on that day anyways.
Yeah.
And we had to get up really early the next day to go visit family.
First time out, I able to go visit family.
After 14 months
Yeah.
of
We moved up here to not be so isolated anymore. Thank COVID.
moved up April of
2018.
yeah,
And by March of 2020.
hadn't
Was
even been a year. But we hang out with some of the locals via Facebook rooms, and they'll make comments about where something is, and we'll go, well, where is that? And they'll describe it by landmarks
And it's
or
not
streets, and I'm like,
I go, yes,
don't
we
know.
may have lived here for 2
Don't
years
know.
now, but more than half of that has been,
in lockdown.
yeah.
We have no
I
idea.
know how to get to the grocery store, how to get to the bank, how to get to the hardware store.
Yep.
The
Both of
important
them.
things,
Yeah.
both of them.
As compared to the isolation of living on the coast, we're thrilled because we have 3 Safeways within driving distance.
Yes.
A Fred Meyer's, we have a Lowe's and a Home Depot.
And cash and carry.
And a cash and carry. Oh, it's now called Chef's Store. It's still cash and carry. Yeah.
If you do a search for it on the web, it comes up.
It still comes up if you search cash and carry, or what is it? Smart Food Services was the other brand.
Actually, it doesn't. Their website doesn't come up right if you search Chef Store. You have to search.
Oh, they're not designing their terms right.
It may have changed. That was months ago.
Oh no, it still doesn't come up right if you search Chef's Store in the Maps app on the phone.
Yeah, it's have to do. Which is kind of funny.
Yeah.
So I feel vindicated calling it.
What is this? Yeah, the ones that came off the bats the other day are still very soft because they
No,
were
but
wrapped
sorry,
up. Yeah, just
I know how.
you know how to do it and not mush them.
Yeah.
Go. Because once we fill up the shelves up here, they go. I always refer to it as downstairs. It is a half flight down to the garage.
Because this is a deck.
This is a deck, yeah. And it's a hill that we're on.
Yeah.
So the garage is decidedly lower.
It's 5 steps down from if you go out to the garage from the kitchen.
Yes.
4 steps.
And 1, 2, no 5.
No, it's 5. That one might be 4. One's one, one's the other, but I know. And it's kind of like, but there's no rail. So what I do is I always put my hand on the.
Yes, there are clay handprints down the side of the building.
Yeah.
It's kind of like there's clay on the latch to go inside.
Oh, I know. Because there's no. We don't have any more. It's out on the porch there, but it's just.
It's a hose spigot.
Yeah, eventually we'll get that.
This one's a little
Done.
dry. Do you want me to spray him? Here, touch.
I can do him next.
Okay. So
But,
let's see what
you know,
else
we
we
haven't
did.
gotten all of our
That's-
improvements that we wanted to get done. Well, we got it because it was at a good price. It was kind of a fixer-upper. Yeah, not too bad. It looked like it was, last time it had been updated was in the 70s. But
Yeah.
there were some things that we wanted to get done. We got a lot of them done.
Yeah.
Not all of them. The house was it was built
The
in
house
19
was born. Yes.
It was built in 1955, so it's a new, nice solid structure.
I'm going to bring up photo of the cat that we're doing for the canopic urn.
Okay, you're gonna start working.
I'm
on
gonna
that.
work on that because you still have a lot of handles to do.
Yeah, just a few. 6
Yeah.
more. That's all. Only 6, right?
Browse. There we go. Gonna grab the right picture. There we go. So another thing that we do a lot of is we do pet portraitures.
Yeah.
This is
Funerary urns.
yeah, a lot of them are funerary urns for pets.
Not just pets anymore.
No, we've had to do a number of human urns this year. Now, when people ask us, well, what's the hardest project that we do? And honestly, it might well be the urns because the emotional, there it is, the emotional
If it's the
import behind
yeah,
the
you want to
object.
make sure you get it just right.
Because yes, we have 3 more urns that we have to go. at the
We
moment.
have the one.
Because here's one this is just post second sculpt. There's the first rough pass, which is just kind of like the bare bones. Hey, there you go. And oh, it's because that's 2 small handles because I cut off too much clay. I
Okay.
made the long handle, which is
It's
fun.
gonna
And
pull it out, 'cause
unnecessarily
it's
long.
supposed to look like that.
I'm sorry, that handle, it came out longer than it was supposed to get it the right thickness, so it's 2 handles. And then in case I knew you were gonna need a lot of handles. Aw, kitty pick. Yeah. Brought that up so I can work. I think the cat's name was Miss Emily. Cool. If I'm remembering the post. There's sometimes people will send us pictures, other times if they go, just go to my Facebook page, you can get all the pet pictures you need from there. Which, yes, I mean, ours, there's a Facebook page specifically for the clay cats.
And Nix is officially clay cat.
She's Clay Cat 3.
They're the inspectors.
Yes. There was a particularly large piece that we were working on. It's a fermentation jug. So I have a large opening. It's hold, what was it, like 2 gallons or something. It's huge.
It was
Huge piece. Cat climbed all the way inside. Was able to turn around.
So got a
And that was the time she got her head stuck in a hydria.
yeah.
Silly beastie. But yes, we got a short video of her crawling around in the fermentation jug. Funny thing is, the pattern that was going on it was a cat. Actually, it's for somebody who's rather a fan of Nix herself.
Yes. Oh well. Where did that red come from?
Remove
Sorry?
from the bucket. Oh, yeah.
That was the first I saw of it. It's kind of
Well, that's a thing.
not a very nice thing either.
No.
That's okay. Oh, it's gone.
Scraped it off.
I scraped it off, yeah. Because it's firm.
This cat seems to have a particularly small nose.
Yeah.
And kind of it's almost pointed for being a cat's nose.
Yeah.
So we do have more than one picture, but this is just a good one to work on at the moment. Because the cat's head is angled like that. And so this is going to be the mask on the top of a canopic jar. This is going to be an urn for the kitty.
Because we'll do.
It'd be fun to do paint the markings on this one.
Yeah.
Cats are a funny beast. I had a kitten who got herself stuck head first in the back couch cushions.
Oh no.
Amazingly, ours is not quite outgrown being able to climb under the china cabinet yet.
She hasn't gotten herself stuck.
She hasn't
yet.
gotten herself stuck yet. But yeah, when she decided she was going to climb into the fermentation crop, I was holding on to it at the time. It was in my lap. At this stage, it always feels like I'm petting the cat.
Mhm.
It's
Well, it's
soothing
good to
and
have a chair with wheels.
sweet, Shrek.
You are in my way.
Well,
You
the
told me
focus
they're
thing.
in
There is more bags of handles.
Oh, good.
There's another bag with small handles in it as well. I think
Good,
there might
good,
be
good.
two.
Good, because
There are more handles. I made it so that there was more than enough, but they're not all in the same bag. Unless I drastically miscounted, which has totally not happened before. We have 5 left. There's 2.
that one's big.
That one's thin. It's just long.
And kind of dry.
Mm.
But these in here, so there's not that many in there. There's 3 or 4. Alright, let me see. This one I could probably get 2.
That's, yeah.
Okay, well, I can just cut down some.
They were all intended to be smaller handles.
Oh, too small. That one is.
That one had been cut to fit something at some point, and then proved to be the wrong handle. Or wow, he was even attached at one point. He's got
And then it was.
cuts. Yeah, ripped back off.
Nope, wasn't the right handle. Oh, and you're big. Oh. So these ones are a little on the firm side.
Are they go back in the pool?
You're probably right.
That would be sad.
That would be something. You're short as we were. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4.
I'm sorry.
Just
The
saying.
Yeah, it's because those other ones were too dry. My apologies. I should have checked the firmness more closely than I did.
Well, there looks like there's enough in there. You check one.
I picked up the thing, and yeah, I touched one of the handles, and it was
Yes.
fine. And I made the rash assumption
Okay.
they were all the same.
You should never assume. You know what they say about.
Yes. Be scoped out the eyeballs on this guy really soon. I think next time you do throwing, you can throw the canoptic part of this one.
It wasn't that was very basic when I picked it up and did the first pass on it.
And sometimes
And the shape went in really well,
yeah,
which was kind of like, doesn't always work.
a little bit.
Sometimes they fight back.
back. Ah, yes, and the red scrap bags all the way over here because
in my
there's
way.
only so much table.
Yeah, a 6-foot table.
If I move those cups over there, then I could move this over there and make space.
Okay.
We have a lot of projects in progress right now, don't we?
Yeah, we do.
And a number of them are big.
Yes. Because there was 2
2 amphora,
amphora and 2 large jugs.
and we have more large jugs and more amphora.
But the first amphora I made was too big for
Yes.
the order.
That was a thing.
King of Bees
Beautiful.
are. It's just that it's too big for that order.
Yeah, and considering that one is shipping to Australia,
Size
Yeah.
is,
size is key.
yeah. The fact that it's like
It's
2 or
true.
3 inches, another 3, maybe 3 or 4 inches taller,
Yeah.
it would be awkward for shipping. And also,
Speaking as the person who has to pack the things for shipping,
yeah, she's the shipping department.
large things are not my friend.
It didn't used to be that big of a job.
No, it used to be that we shipped a couple dozen packages during the year, maybe 100 or so. But right now,
Well, with no in-person events.
hundreds. I don't want to think about how many I packed last year for shipping.
Yeah.
We now get
serious. Yeah, to the point where we had to start ordering our packing supplies from Uline. They come,
freight.
and they're always trying to. Oh no, I don't want to drive there. It's not.
I'm sorry, we don't have a loading dock.
No, I haven't heard that from them yet.
No. Wouldn't put it past. And it's not Uline, it's the freight service they use to deliver their stuff.
Yeah.
But we're ordering sufficient quantities that while it is an option to go and pick it up in person, it
It's only about an hour drive.
it wouldn't fit in the car.
No. The car being Uline. So. It's not a small car.
There we go, now the cheeks match. Now I just need to do the eyeballs.
The amount that we spent on shipping.
It was close to $11,000 just in shipping fees, not in shipping supplies.
And if you go through PayPal, you get
You get
discounted shipping.
you get a bit of a discount.
Not much.
How much?
But it adds up.
50 cents per really adds up.
Yeah.
Rather than making the eyes completely solid. There we go. Yes, I'm doing some of the shaping of the eyeballs from the inside. That would be repoussé, right? If it was metal.
Yeah. To think about it for a second. Because you're from the back.
Yeah, from the back.
Yeah.
That looks kind of creepy from the back. There we go. Oh yeah. That way I didn't have to fill as much clay in there.
I do all the additive sculpture.
And I generally do subtractive.
So yeah.
So the two specialties really do stack.
Historically, you had people who specialize.
Oh yeah. Check that out.
Oh, yeah.
Is find the camera. There we go. Starting to get the first eye in there. Yeah. Now I'm gonna just move it here. Play rotate with the camera. Come on, hand to go the other way. Yes. There. Yeah, it's a pretty good match shape wise. Ow. And then I stabbed myself on the tool. That's looking good. And sometimes the eyes go right in and they play nice, and other
And
times
they match.
don't. Oh goodness.
They match.
Well, I haven't gotten as far as that whole match thing. I'm only getting the lids on one at the moment. She has relatively round eyes. And she has relatively large eyes at that, doesn't she?
Kind of has Nick's proportions, just about. Not
Yeah.
quite as big as Nick's,
Oh,
but
yeah.
the tiny nose
Giant
and the
eyes.
big anime eyes there.
This one has a smaller nose than Nick's, but her eyes are also not as large.
Yeah. Very trained.
Yeah. almost cartoony triangle ears there.
Yeah.
But yes, the fun part will be making the eyeballs match.
And the ears. And the cheeks.
Probably won't even start the shaping of the ears until it's attached
Oh,
to
well,
the.
yes. Yeah,
I was just like,
those
oh
are-
yeah, I've got to do the ears. Wait, no, this is
No.
not. This is not a writing. This writing's when working on the head. When the head's nearly finished, I'll make the ear blanks. This is not a writing.
But then I attach the ears.
Yes. Once the head is attached to the neck, kind of like what we did with Godzilla earlier. We have a new strangest writing that we've done.
Oh, yeah.
It honestly, it's sculpted easier than the giraffe.
The giraffe was weird.
It was 100%, like, and the thing is, a giraffe is not outside the realm of possibility for the Greeks to have known about and to have seen.
Yeah. And that one actually stood up.
Yeah, because it rested on the little giraffe horns. Oh yeah, there we go. Wow, you went in there so nice. It means the
Yeah,
next one's
showing
probably
off.
going. It's showing off, and the other one's going to be a nightmare, isn't it? And when the first eye goes in, well, it's like, oh no. Look,
Yeah.
here we go. And step that way. There we go. See, first eye.
Poof. Magic. 2 handles.
Yes, but now it's to make it match.
Yeah. Details.
The hat has the more the silver gray eyes, don't the silver green.
Silver green, yeah.
And we get to
Find that when I was doing the initial sculpt, I was contemplating which color underglaze would best suit the eyes.
yeah, because this one, rather than being very traditional and being a solid color, we get to go to town with painting with pattern.
Yes.
Great hunter of the red dots. So it's like do a pattern, like a border pattern of red dots. Especially if you did use the shiny red on flat black region,
Uh-huh.
so the little red dots glow.
It'll be fun.
Yeah. There's sometimes where we think about the painting well in advance of it reaching a stage where it's actually you can actually start painting. And there's other times where we're either making open stock, or there are pieces where we get told, make it pretty.
Yeah.
It's up to you.
She's getting some very unique serving bowls.
Yes, we had towards the very beginning of lockdown, we had a customer place an order to help us see things through. It was back when
Thinking
everybody
was-
thought it was going to be a short thing, and we'd all see each other in just a few months.
So there was never any shipping,
No,
which is probably just as well as pieces are huge.
they're huge and heavy.
Yeah.
They're big. They're big serving pieces. But they have all these shaded, both fantastical and real life sea creatures all over them.
There was the Greek sea creatures, and then the colors black, blue, purple,
And green. And you
And
decided
have fun. But it's kind of like
you s-
I've been doing a lot of serious Greek pieces. I was looking at it going,
and
what
you
am
just-
I gonna do?
I
with
got the
this?
drawing done because I do the pencil under drawing and she does the painting. And she just kind of looked at it. She just sat in front. It's like she'll work on another project with that one in sight, and she just gonna stare at it, and sneer at it.
Well, I'll do the blackout ones, and then it's my back then.
Maybe I'll add a little bit of color.
And then I went to just doing shading in with those colors. Much like and I thought, what I'm doing, because versus, well, I'll do a little bit of black shading, so, to do shadow. And it's kind of, okay, so what could be purple could be the highlight area. Well, then there's the blue. So that one was looked really good. I go, oh my goodness, I
Now
know
you've
what
done one creature.
I've done one creature, but I still have to be able to add green in for the next one. But I managed to do that. I used to do a lot of just doodling when I was younger. And just with pens or color pencils
I
and stuff.
remember you doing that.
Yeah. And it was type thing is you
I was
just
one of those lucky
shade in
kids.
shapes.
I was one of
And
the lucky kids who had access to her Prismacolor pencils. Really nice colored pencils.
if you break them, you won't be able to use them anymore.
I never broke a single one. In
No.
fact, that set is still in existence.
And then I magically got the an even nicer set of Prismacolor pencils one year for Christmas.
Part because I felt guilty because I'd used up most of the Copenhagen blue.
Yeah.
Which to this day is my favorite color.
But it was type thing is, that way she had the whole
I
set.
got the old set. But I still did not mistreat them.
No, because you have them to this
I
day.
have them to this day, yes. And every once in a while I pull them out and use them.
Yeah.
And the thing is your set actually that new set had different colors
Which
than
was
the old
interesting.
set. Which is almost kind of sad because there were some of, in my mind, the better colors that weren't in the newer set. Damn,
But that wasn't yours.
Nope, damn, too much eyeball. Yes, I'm from slicing off the back of the eyeball. The eyeball was too thick.
Doing any surgery.
I did eye surgery, yes. Okay, and this one. Yes, we have a lot of these small silicone tipped tools. Which this particular one, it's got a little scoop shape to it. We generally refer to it as one of the tooth tools because what we use it for mostly is sculpting teeth on skulls. Its other use is generally eyeballs.
Still has to do with the face.
When I'm
But you're not defacing things.
No, not defacing. Making
It'd be,
faces.
that's when you rip the eye off when you don't like the way it looks. You're
Yeah, I
defacing.
don't generally do that. That's more of a you thing. I don't generally rip chunks off. Okay, I have to
I've
adjust
seen
the
you
eyelids.
do it then.
I generally smooth them down. I don't rip them off.
You
Does it just-
obliterate them. How's
Yes.
that? Obliterate can take many forms.
It's just oh goodness, this piece of clay is too big. You take this little tiny chunk of clay and feed it into the corner of the eye. So that sounds really uncomfortable. Don't get clay in your eyes, that hurts.
It does not feel good at all.
No.
Been there.
Yup. Yeah, this guy will be ready to have the urn made. Yay!
We have the new urn order.
Yeah, which the newest urn order is going to be more of Native American style.
Let's have the ashes of both your mother and father in that.
So it's going to be 2-gallon capacity.
Yeah, there's charts to look up online to see how much ash volume from a human body.
The things I have to research. Yeah, there's a formula. Is
We have to do that for cats.
basically the rule of thumb for it. It changes depending on body mass, like whether an individual's very muscly or heavy boned or had a lot of fat. It changes how much ash they reduce down into.
Yeah.
But the stats that I eventually came up with is apparently 1 pound of body mass reduces to an 1.8 fluid ounces of
The one in
ash
the white
volume.
ash is measured in fluid ounces.
That's just for because people can spec that easier because they know what that is rather than
I know,
cubic inches.
I
It's easier to measure the inside of a vase
Measure,
using water than it is to
Yes.
figure out its cubic inch volume.
yeah, especially if you're putting it in a container. But it's about as far away from liquid as you can get,
Yeah.
which is why I find it kind of.
Because you keep making that comment when I was having to look it up, and it's like, ah. Then I took the fruits of my research and put those final numbers on the appropriate page of the website, so I could find them again without having to look it up. Because I so love looking at cremation sites. Not. Well, it's better than researching certain phallic pipes. I was not going to turn down the safety level on my search. Nope.
And
Don't
some
care.
of the other Greek pieces. There was the Allegoriton.
Yes.
That was the time when we got our.
The video actually got removed by YouTube because of what was on the screen.
It was kind of.
It was happy to see.
Yeah.
Because when you're working on certain Greek pieces, there's no clean comments. Everything is suddenly just dirty humor. Even just the
Juvenile.
juvenile humor. Just it should have been a perfectly innocent
I know, it's
comment,
kinda
but no.
No, Facebook didn't take it down.
No, Facebook didn't think anything of it one way or the other.
So we're very careful not to have things
It's
like
like
that
when
in an
we do
unloading video again.
pieces
ever.
Thank you for letting me hang out and listen to you work and chat. It was good company while I darned socks. Sadly, I need to sign off and clean my kitchen. Hope to catch your next streaming event. Oh yeah, no problem. And
Thanks for
everything.
joining.
Yeah, thanks for joining, and everything is always up archived on YouTube, so it
Yeah.
sticks around.
And another thing, if we get affiliate, it sticks
It'll
around.
stick around longer on
Yeah.
Twitch. Yes, that's one of the other goals. As a friend of ours says, and we're not looking to make a living off of like Twitch income, just the slow nickels. Slow nickels being more sustainable than the quick buck. And mind you, he is sufficiently absent-minded. He's like, "Oh, my uncle used to always say that. Where did you get that phrase?" And it's like, "Shane, we got it from you." Oh.
We've known him for a good number of years.
Oh, yeah. Those people that you think, oh yeah, it's not been that long since we've known them. You think about the actual time involved, then you realize that it's closing in on a second decade. At the same point, there's some of those individuals that, you can't be that old, Sarah. Like, thank you for the compliment, but I'm well into my 30s. No! Yes.
It was when it was Brady. You're not old enough to be a grandma. It's kind of like you can only be an aunt.
At the time, I was in my late 20s.
And that was when she was like 3.
Yeah.
So cute.
And little Caitlin was 3. It would have
And
been
she'd
perfectly
bring her
reasonable.
snack and her chair across the way.
She'd drag her stuff across the way, abandon her parents' booth, and come and hang out with us.
Which was really cute.
And occasionally, her mom would come looking, and it's like, is my child over here? And it's like, yep.
Is she Slump and it's no, she's
Thank you for having your kitty on the screen. I got home from the hospital Friday evening, and my kitty had died on Saturday. Oh.
Oh.
Been a real lousy week and month so far. Yeah. Oh, sorry to hear that. Both of our
Well,
Well, Nyx is relatively young. She's only
been a year and a half.
about a year and
This-
a half.
A few months after moving, our elder kitty died.
Yeah, she died in my arms. I mean, good. She went out without her human holding her. A little traumatic for me, but good for the kitty.
And then the other one died of a broken heart about 4 months later.
Yeah, because she just could not take her alpha cat dying. And this one here, oh. Hey, Nyx,
So we
you
got.
wanna say hi to the camera?
kitten.
Nyx,
To-
look at the camera.
hopefully
You're gonna
she
look at me.
wouldn't be so lonely. And they-
Hi. Nyx was enough like Anara. Ow, 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 ow.
She'd come up and sniff at her. And go, that's not mine anymore. And just go off on Whoopi.
Mind you, it was the first time they came face to face in the hallway. It was Nyx became the tiniest Halloween cat of them all.
It's very cute.
That is. Someone says, "Hey, Nyx." Yes. Yes, you're a sweet kitty cat, aren't you? Yes, even when you're being a pain and rattling the pottery.
More like a Nara than Desi now.
Yes.
And
Perfect kitling. Yeah. At least she's finally starting to slow down in size gain.
even since
But it's
what
like,
do we do?
what?
Get a savannah?
And because Nyx as well as our prior two, they've all been Bengals, in part because they're hypoallergenic and we're actually all allergic to cats. Doesn't stop us from having cats.
Spasms and sneezing. Or reacting to cat scratches.
Oh
tapping.
yeah. Most of them have healed at the moment. And she's been pretty. Oh goodness, kitty. Yeah, there is water at the bottom of that jug. Can you reach it? Please don't knock it over.
Sticking her head in the water jug.
The only thing
kitty.
stopping her from getting further in is her shoulders.
She's not a small cat.
No, and she's starting to develop those well-muscled shoulders. Are you done with handles?
Yeah, I'm done with handles.
Okay, so at this point, do you want me to lightly tent the
And
Those two
probably
there?
sign off for today.
Yeah. Thank you folks for hanging out.
Yeah.
Bye. Find the window. There we go.